Michael King today from your standpoint?
I mean, you can't be much better than that. I mean, that's just top of the line, grade A, ace stuff. I mean, in command the whole way. Not a stress inning, not even a deeper inning, and from a pitch count standpoint, pretty dispersed. So he was fantastic. Fastball life, throwing it where he wanted. Sweeper was good. Changeup was ridiculous. It was a fantastic job. It's a heck of an accomplishment. Complete game shutout win in the big league. So congratulations to Michael.
Yeah. The way he blew through that offense the first 4 innings, were you thinking why you might see a no-hitter type stuff as it was kind of progressing?
Yeah, I mean, look, and you put your keep score. You finish where the innings end and you start to repeat the same guys. You go, this could happen. Toglia, I think, got a change-up out that hit ground ball through the middle, but he was in control the whole way. Very, very impressive performance.
In the 9th inning, he gives up the base hit. In the back of your mind, are you thinking you're going to try to give him a couple base runners possibly to finish that one out, or is this?
Yeah, it was tight. The rope was there. He'd earned it. Not only earned it in the game, but he'd earned it, like I said, with the distribution of pitches throughout the game. He also had some time in between innings. We didn't have a lot of quick innings on offense. We had to go back out. So he's also coming off of 6 days rest. He's going to get 6 days on the other side. But he was definitely getting in that area that was getting a little bit uncomfortable. But, listen, he was efficient and he had earned it.
How big was the sweep and also the way you guys did it with the 3 consecutive shutouts?
Yeah, very impressive. Pitching on point, clearly. Talked about it yesterday. The pitchers are all prepared. They're doing a great job. Our pitching department, obviously led by Ruben, does a fantastic job of making sure not only we're prepared for the series, but also it's in concert with our catchers. And then when the series starts, there's a lot of communication internally about what we're seeing, how we're pitching guys. The starting rotation's talking, the bullpen's talking, the catchers are clearly talking in concert with that group, including our defensive positioning. Again, another clean game defensively, so it all works together.
How unique is a game like this for you? You have so much to do during a game, but with the big lead, the no stressful innings, the pitch count being low, I mean, you didn't really have to even consider what you were going to do with your bullpen.
There was a consideration at the end. Yeah, that part was real. But no, I mean, there wasn't any time that I really was based on the score, based on how Michael was throwing. You're always still planning and thinking in case something happens. But no, I was, very confident and comfortable with how Michael was throwing the baseball.
We've seen some games where Michael was dominant, but maybe not as efficient as he was today. What allowed him to be so efficient today? That's
the efficiency, right? That's the whole key to this. He had 11 punch outs his second outing, and got 5. Today he was able to, he got 8, right? So that's great. He also threw 4 more innings. So really the ability to get, out earlier in the count, control counts, and be able to get hitters and pitches that they don't want to swing at but are on the plate, as he's making quality pitches on the plate early, and then in his advantage counts. That's what that looks like. And again, nobody except for Goodman in the 2 outs in the 8th, no free passes.
We've gotten to 10-0 at Petco Park this season. What does that mean? What does that say about the ballpark and the environment that it's created?
It says a lot about a lot of things. I don't know where you want to start, but starting point is our ballpark, is our fans, is our confidence in playing here. I do feel like we have a home field advantage here. 2 ways. It's a really unbelievably supportive place. It's a fun place that our guys love to play. I feel like we're playing with our fans and support we're getting in, and conversely, it's a really challenging place to play. It's a playoff-like atmosphere almost every game, and so. But yeah, playing good baseball regardless of home or away is what we expect.
How is it, Brandon?
So Locke, right at the end, wheel of stride. They're calling it at the moment on low-grade hamstring. Anytime you deal with a hamstring, A, we'll see how he recovers, and B, those things typically take a little bit of time, but at least preliminarily, there's a concern that something clearly happened, an event happened to the hamstring, but low grade, and I guess relative to right now, the best case scenario.
You've lost one center fielder, this week already. What's the concern for the position if you are without Brandon any stretch?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. That's what, like I said, winners find solutions. Somebody's going to play center field, and we expect them to go and do it well.
Hey, Skip, offensively, the first inning obviously was kind of vintage Padres baseball, but after that, putting traffic on the bases pretty much every inning, even if it doesn't come home, how important is that just to stress an opposing pitching staff and make them have to waste a lot of bullets?
Yeah, first inning was really good. A lot of good at bats. Just Gonzo, big knock, Gurriel, big knock, Glacius, big blow, base running good, guys efficient with their base turns, and then just kept grinding at bats. Not always going to be able to execute, but the approach was there consistently at every at bat, regardless of all the circumstances. So, it just wears a pitching staff down. That's what this is. It's competition. So, always looking to take advantage of every single opportunity, and our guys give nothing away in competition.
You have the best record in baseball. What do you think has enabled you to do that? And do you look at the results more now, or do you look more at how you're playing?
I always look at how we're playing. The results are typically a reflection of how you play. Listen, I've said this, and I'll continue to say it. First of all, it starts with a group that's really together, that has a high expectation of and enjoys working together, competing together, playing together, and winning. So it starts there. Then after that, it starts with the pitching, throwing strikes. And that goes in hand with the defense. Our defense makes plays, executes in all areas. Catcher done a nice job doing all the things behind the plate. And then offensively beat you at every turn. Small ball, big ball, base running. That's how this works.